Vocal reverb. So now we are working on our vocals. We've got instrument reverb, we've got drum reverb, our mix is sounding good, and now we need to add that reverb into our vocals. So here's what we've got. Okay, and we've already decided that we like how that church reverb sounds on the vocals. So we're going to go ahead and start adding some reverb on these and see how those levels go and what we kind of like with the levels here, especially the difference between our overhead mics and room mics and the individual mics. Maybe some of those are going to have more reverb or less, and all to get balanced out together. So let's see what happens. Okay, and we might want to add a little bit more reverb to our close mics than our overhead mics, just to kind of push the choir back a little bit so they're not as much right in our face. But we still want to keep that present sound as well. We solo it for a minute. Okay, and then we have her, of course, that we can boost up. But one thing that I was thinking that we could do here is we can actually utilize our submix. And so we can add kind of a pre-delay in addition to our regular choir mics are going to the reverb. We can take our submix and send that a little bit later in time to that same reverb. Okay, so watch what we're going to do here. We're going to take this and we're just going to bus this to bus 15 and 16. Okay, and we're going to create another auxiliary just for the purpose of this. And this is basically creating a pre-delay just for one aspect of our choir here. We don't want to put a delay just in front of the whole reverb right here because that's going to affect everything else we've already sent to it. We don't want to delay all the rest of our tracks here that are going to it. So we're going to take and say, let's put a simple delay on here. I know we haven't talked too much about delay yet, but it'll make a lot more sense as we progress later on. So we're going to put a delay on here and we're going to adjust that to be, I don't know, 100 milliseconds or something like that. We'll start that and we're going to pull it up in just a minute to adjust it. And we're going to take the input is bus 15 and 16 coming from here, and the output, we're just going to send the output directly to verb 1. Okay, because we don't need to hear this. This is just taking our submix and sending a portion of it to the delay and then to the reverb. So watch what happens now. And we're going to solo safe that, command solo.
This too shall pass, this time in your
And watch what happens. See, there's the regular reverb. We've created kind of slapback reverb. Okay, so basically what we've done is we've sent the choir to the reverb, but then we've also taken a portion of our submix and sent that through a delay and then to the reverb. So now we have the reverb choir and 96 milliseconds later, the reverb choir again. So it's kind of this slap back, kind of a double reverb on there, and it kind of creates a cool kind of thickening effect.
This too shall pass. This time in your life won't last. A real friend will be there through thick and thin. May not come soon, could be morning, night, or noon. One thing for sure is that he will be there. This too.
Okay, so that's our vocal reverb. We're going to go on in the next video and talk a little bit more about doing reverb on the lead vocal and some of the things we can do with that.